Welcome to Stitches and Stars. We're with Irish Granny Helen.
Yes, that's my name.
Is it your name, Irish Granny Helen?
Close enough.
Close enough. Okay.
Don't wear it out.
Don't wear it out, because then it's an overused word. Tell us what project you're working on, everybody, and what's your next small step. We are going to be talking about things that happen during this time of the year. Many of them are focused on the return of light and Festival of Lights. We also have that transition between Old Year and New Year and what people might want to do with that.
Yeah.
So we definitely want to have you join us. And by the way, thank you, Helen, for being here.
Oh, well, thank you for inviting me. This is the highlight of my Christmas holidays.
There you go. Well, and we were talking about this like a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, and it's just like, because the last show we did fell on like this rotation, and I'm like, sure, I'm available. And you're like,
yeah, not too many people are available to do something like this because they have family obligations, and so my children and I have this alternating schedule. So one year everybody comes here, and the following year they do whatever they want. They either stay home and have their own Christmas, or they go to the in-laws, or they usually all get together. Unfortunately, this year my oldest daughter, whose home is really the gathering place, she and her husband came down with what we think is norovirus.
Oh.
And so you know what they've been doing the past couple of days. And then their 11-year-old daughter, they were at the dinner table. She stood up and ran down the hall and threw up all over the hall, the walls, floor, and then went into the bathroom and threw up all over the outside, the toilet, the floor, the shower, the water. It's a crime scene, it's been bad. So they're having a stressful Christmas. And all I can say is I'm glad they're not coming here. I'm glad that wasn't the plan.
I am glad that wasn't the plan too.
It's cold.
Well, and you have a nice little shawl on.
Thank you. Yeah, I mentioned to you because, I have to brag. This is actually the only thing I own that belonged to my mother. And my mother, it's hand woven in Ireland, and she got this in the 40s. And I managed to abscond with it, but it's really soft, really soft.
I love that.
And I wear it for special occasions when I get together with Gerald.
Aw, thank you. I do want to remind everybody to like and subscribe because it's free. Helen, you have a Substack, right?
I have a membership on my YouTube, which is the most exclusive little group that anybody could ever hope to join. 99 cents. And mostly I do it to keep controversial things out of the prying eyes of trolls.
Of course.
It hasn't worked very well. And then I have a Substack. There are things that I do, people I speak with. I write essays on Substack. And it started out as an advice column. It's called Ask Your Irish Granny. And for a long time, I was getting questions from people looking for advice. And then when I didn't, I made up my own problems, answered. And we've all just run out of problems. So I took to writing essays.
Okay.
Pardon?
But have I stepped into an alternate universe where we don't have problems?
People are not looking for advice. I guess they're afraid of the advice I might give. I don't know. But my children don't listen to my advice. I had to do it somewhere.
Okay. Well, and if people who are watching this now are in playback, thank you, because we know today is busy. I also know you have a lot of options of things to do with your time on YouTube.
Yeah.
Thanks for spending it with us. As always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really?
You should listen to your Irish Granny, though. Thank you, everybody, for joining us at Christmas. This holy event, this holy occasion. Holy ridiculous.
Well,
and
yeah.
This little thing. It's wholly ridiculous. And I'm just appreciative that people do take the time, but it might be a nice little escape if you're with family and you need a little break, you know.
It's true. It's true. This will be available as a podcast if people need to listen to it later while they're driving. You know, keep yourself safe. And with that in mind, both Helen and I do private readings. Contact information is in the description below. I actually did a private reading for someone this morning because that's when it worked. And I was grateful to be able to do that. It makes me very happy to be able to do that.
It is. It's nice. You know, it's I almost feel it's like spiritual or religious counseling sometimes, the advice that comes through. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying?
Does. Oh, yeah. It really does. Especially when you have someone who is as engaged and interested in what the reading can offer.
Yeah, and people really crave direction and crave emotional support, and I don't think we get enough of it.
Yeah. Well, I hope people, when they tune into our channels, feel that level of support, feel some support. And
I don't know. I'm like the what's that called when parents are really strict? Tough love. I'm the tough love of.
I'm tough love too. I'm tough love too. But by the way, I want to say hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. We've got Gray is here. Stepped away. Tams, Tapioca Thievery, Dr. Pam, J Cat Lady, CJ. And CJ is sewing Velvet Shrug.
Oh God, I love velvet. I think it might be my favorite fabric. I love velvet.
Velvet is very nice.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Tinkerbell has joined us. Angie Burks is here. Roman from Gold Monday XY. Amanda has
Mary Happy us. Everything.
Mary Happy Everything. And you know what? See, what's really interesting, and this goes back to one of the things that we're going to talk about is there are so many freaking things that happen at this time of the year.
I know.
There are so many. Kiba has joined us. Cheryl has said, after that Mercury retrograde and Saturn opposite my sun till February, I'd like to live in a world with no problems at this time.
Well, we'll see what we can do. I know.
There you go. There you go. So be it. So be it.
Yeah. I know the feeling.
Oh, here you go. Andrew, love it. No, we don't. Gerald is arrogant and Helen is tough.
Andrew, you're that's sacrilege. You're gonna go to hell. Yeah.
Well, at least I'll know people when there.
I'll save you a spot. I've got a bench with a little brass plaque with my name on it waiting for me in the hot seat. You believe me.
What's really
Andrew.
Yes, and and that's funny because that's one of the things. I'm going to pop this up because let's talk about some of the personal traditions. One of my personal traditions is to watch every version of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol that I can.
What's your favorite one?
I like Scrooged with Bill Murray in it.
Okay, I've never seen it.
I just finished watching the Albert Finney, literally 15, 20 minutes ago. I do like the Patrick Stewart version of A Christmas Carol that was back in the 90s. So I don't think there's a bad version of it.
I only watch the Alistair Sims.
It's so good, isn't it?
You're gonna think I'm lying. I'm telling you the truth. I used to fake I was sick so I could stay home from school. And one of the things, I know. My mother was a nurse. It was not easy to fool her. I would put the thermometer on the light bulb.
So it was 500 instead.
Yeah, my temperature was, what's it called, DEFCON 12 or something.
Yes.
But after she decided, okay, you have a fever, you should stay home. Then it was kind of on pins and needles until everybody left the house to go to school. Then I was off the hook because, I couldn't walk by myself. It was close, but I couldn't walk by myself. They wouldn't let me do that. And my mother didn't drive. So, I was home for the day. Yay. And suddenly I had a miraculous cure and I would read. That was all I wanted to do.
Oh,
And
yeah.
We had this old collection, a full set of Dickens that an old lady gave my dad. And I was reading my way through it. And my favorite was A Christmas Carol.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because it was a smaller story, a small, not like one of his big ones.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
But I will never forget, there's a famous artist who did the sketches for each of the originals. Okay. And I'll never forget the sketch on the first page of chapter 1 was the door knocker with Marley's face. And under it, it said, Marley was dead to begin with. And it still gives me chills. I love that book. I love it.
I also listened to it on audio while I was driving.
Yeah. Yeah.
So George C. Scott is Angie's favorite. And Andrew, Scrooged is amazing film. Underrated.
Watch that today.
Cheryl also watched Scrooge every year.
Oh no, I feel out of it.
And Medium Betsy Palmer has joined us. Hello, Betsy. And so when I was growing up, one of our traditions was we put up our Christmas tree on Christmas Eve, and it was taken down on January 6th.
Epiphany. Oh, the Epiphany. Yeah.
Yes. And what I think was it was all about is it wasn't about necessarily that tradition. It was my father could get a really good price for a decent tree on Christmas Eve because it was the last day.
I used to love to come home from school. The last day of school, my mother would usually have gotten the Christmas tree together while we were, at school. So we come home to it. But, it's interesting. Consumption has changed so much.
Yes.
In our time. People didn't, at least my family, didn't spend a fortune on all these really, really fancy Christmas ornaments. My mother actually put balloons on the tree, colored balloons and tinsel. Oh, I don't know. I used to love to look at the cheap glass balls that the paint would flake off, I used to like to look at myself, the distorted image.
Of course. Yeah.
I love to do that by the hour.
I love that too. Okay, Betsy said I paused The Bishop's Wife to join y'all.
Oh, is that Rosalind Russell? Greer Garson? Who was it?
Ooh, yeah. Who's starring in that?
And that not Gregory Peck. Oh God, what's his name? I can see his face. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm notoriously poor at remembering names.
God, me too, Gerald. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm just like this is why I actually write stuff down so I can remember it.
Yeah.
Cary Grant and Loretta Young.
You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of How Green Was My Valley.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's okay.
Cary Grant's my favorite. Huh? You think I would know this?
Yeah.
You know the story of Loretta Young?
No. Do you want to tell us the story about Okay, yes. Wait a minute. People in the chat, do you want to hear the story about Loretta Young? Because Tinkerbell said my favorite Christmas movie and must see multiple times is White Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, Kathy from Tortoiseshell Moon has arrived.
Welcome.
Good to see. And,
last night late, I watched Christmas in Connecticut with Barbara Stanwyck. One of the best. I laughed out loud 100 times and I've seen it before. Oh my God.
Okay, tell us about Loretta Young.
Well, Loretta Young was one of the hot young things of early Hollywood. She was quite beautiful. And she got popular in the studio system. They started giving her opportunities. And she made a movie with Clark Gable. And it was lumberjacky, the plaid shirts and boots in the woods. And they actually went into the woods in California, maybe Oregon, and they got snowed in a blizzard. Well,
okay.
She had to go visit her aunt in another city for 9 months and came back confined to bed. And they even did a ladies' home journal, some ladies' magazine picture thing about her. And the whole interview was done with her in bed with pillows and blankets all around her because she was like 10 months pregnant when they did this. Okay. And nobody knew she was pregnant. She disappeared. When she had the baby, she gave the baby to a Catholic orphanage with the understanding that she was going to come back and adopt this strange child in a little while after the heat was off. And so she did. And she adopted another little girl at the same time. And this child, she called her Judy. And Judy grew up to be the spitting image of Clark Gable. Ears, I mean, it's unbelievable how much she looked like Clark Gable. And she actually met Clark Gable before she knew he was her father. She was a teenager. And then eventually her mother told her the truth. And when she came out, she wrote a book about it. And when she came out with the book, it was a huge, because Loretta Young was you'll like this, very conservative Catholic. Very conservative Catholic.
Yeah.
So yeah, more or less, that's the story of Loretta Young.
I love that. And I love a great story. There you go. Tapioca Thievery said, last year I was able to watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with an audience full of fans. So much better than the TV.
Oh, like they played it in a theater?
Yeah.
Like the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Betsy said, Loretta Young was a legendary hostess at her Palm Springs house. Her Palm Springs house was posh MCM style. I met Chris Bennett, a singer-dancer that bought it from her.
Ooh, I bet it's fancy. Palm Springs is quite a place. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Remember we were talking about seeing The Life of Brian?
Yes.
We both just rewatched The Life of Brian. When that first came out in the theater was 100% full. We ended up in the front row watching it like this, because there was nowhere else to sit. And I embarrassed my husband so badly because about 50% of the time I was the only one in the theater laughing. And I would just guffaw, and dead silence. It was really awful. I don't understand why.
Because people weren't getting it.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Andrew just watched Christmas Vacation. Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bark Path is here. Helen, would you like to see what I finished
yes.
knitting from the last time? You remember I was knitting this thing?
Yes, beautiful.
I have finished it.
Yeah.
It is now one of two things. It's a muff.
A muff. I see that. That's very good.
It could also be, if I do this, well, it could be a hat.
It was intentioned for a hat, right?
I had intended for it to be a hat so that I could sort of pull it down like that. It doesn't quite work.
Oh.
So.
Well, if somebody were not a cone head, it might work a little better.
Well, are you calling me a cone head?
Did I say that? No,
I'm sorry. Let me rewind this.
I was just speculating.
We're just speculating.
Allegedly.
The night they saved Christmas Story. I don't remember that one. I didn't. Last year I watched Santa Claus Saving the Martians.
Is that old?
It's a very old film, and I'm like, I want a remake of that. Santa Claus and the Martians.
I have to look that up. Where is it on YouTube or?
I think it was on. It was on Tubi.
Oh.
Tubi? Yeah.
What do you think of Bad Santa?
I haven't seen Bad Santa. I am very particular about what I have influenced my holiday holiday things.
You have to see Bad Santa.
Ugh.
I think your love for Christmas and your reverence for Christmas tradition is strong enough to survive Billy Bob Thornton.
Jeez.
Hilarious movie.
So, Miracle on 34th Street, Kathy, Tortoiseshell Moon watches. I know Ernest Saves Christmas. I think it's what about You'll Shoot Your Eye Out? Yes.
Oh, the Christmas Story.
The Christmas Story.
Yeah,
for many years, that was on 24 hours for Christmas.
Yeah. I think they overdid it a little bit. I know I overdid it, watching it twice every Christmas for like 15 or 20 years in it. So I just discovered Christmas in Connecticut last year, so I could rewatch that. And I watched The Life of Brian because it's been years since I watched it. I'm trying to think, there's some other. Holiday Affair. Now, based on the title, I would not have picked it, but it was recommended to me. It's from 1948. It's with, moment of silence, Robert Mitchum and Janet Leigh. And Janet Leigh, not my favorite, but she's only 22 in this movie. And the premise is she's a war widow with a small boy. And she's working in Manhattan. And I was doing the math. I actually did the math while this movie was going on. She mentioned how much she made a year. And I translated it into how much that would be today. And it's not enough. But she had this nice little apartment, couple of bedrooms, a living room, a real kitchen. And I'm thinking, wow, times have really, really changed. Oh, anyway, it's a love story. And it's not saccharine. It's actually really, really good.
That's good. I like that.
But the other one that everybody must watch at least once a year is Mr. Blandings Builds His Dream House with Cary Grant and Myrna Loy and Melvin Douglas. It is one of the best movies ever made. It is so, so funny.
Okay. I'm writing that down.
Not really a Christmas movie, but kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Amanda said, I think I'm going to watch the newer Scrooge.
Yeah, me too. I haven't seen it either. Scrooged with the ED.
Well, there's a newer Scrooge that is out.
Which one is the one with Bill Murray is Scrooged?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Tam is listening to Charlie Brown Christmas music. I am also a big fan of the Rankin and Bass animated stuff from the 60s. Year Without a Santa Claus, the Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Are those cartoons?
They're stop motion.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Betsy says her list includes White Christmas, Love Actually, Notting Hill, and Meet Me in St. Louis.
Meet Me in St. Louis. Yeah, I love that one.
And Miracle on Fifth Avenue. And Amanda loves Mr. Blanding.
If you like that movie, you should read the book. The book is great. It actually is based on the book.
Yeah. Yeah. Burl Ives, yes. And they the Rankin and Bass were really good. They're quite good. So.
Somebody was saying they like Burl Ives' Christmas music.
Yes. And Burl Ives does the music, does the singing for, I think it's for Rudolph.
Oh, does he? Oh, I have Burl Ives' Christmas album. I have a great story about Burl Ives. Well, his music. I have a brother who used to come, and he was single, and he would come and stay with us from Thanksgiving through January 1st. He'd go back down, growing season. He had a motorcycle, he was the fun uncle. And one year he was leaving. My children, at the time had 2 children, so they were probably about 4 and 6, So we all decided to go out for pizza. We went to Shakey's for pizza. It's right on the outskirts of town. R.I.P. It's not there anymore. And then he was going to continue out of town after lunch. So we get there. We had a really fun time, a really nice lunch. And he says, well, I got to get going. We're all kind of sad. So on the way out the door, there's this jukebox by the door, like a literal old-fashioned jukebox. And so he paused by the jukebox. We weren't really paying attention. And he hits play, and Burl Ives have a holly jolly. And he goes, Merry Christmas, everybody, as loud as he can. And he left, and he put enough money in to play it like 25 times. It played over and over. It's great.
Andrew said he got a chance to meet Vince Guaraldi. Super nice guy.
Who's Vince Guaraldi?
He did the music for the Peanuts, Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Betsy must know. Shakey's.
Shakey's. They had a buffet. What can I say? It's my favorite kind of meal is a buffet.
Well, okay. So what are you working on, Helen?
Oh, well, this is kind of like
this is a guilt-free, shame-free song.
I did make some progress, you guys. I made some progress. This is going to be a poncho. It's a small woman size for my granddaughter who, although I did everything right, apparently the pattern is weird because none of the sizes, none of them is the right size. It's weird. So they're going to pass down, you know.
Of course. I love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
I was supposed to have this done for Christmas.
You didn't say which year.
You're right. I didn't.
I'm working on another hat, but this one actually I do. The hat that I am making this on is in the other room. It's one where I'm going to put it up and then I'm going to tuck it down so it has like two or four folds of fabric to help cover my ears.
I love the colors.
Oh, I
love that.
Yeah, Noro yarn.
Yep.
Noro yarn. It's great.
Now, is it variegated or is it just scraps?
It's variegated.
It's beautiful.
Yes. Yep. So
look at that.
I do want to take a moment here and pause and remind everybody please do glimmer globes. Do your glimmers. Glimmers are those moments where we feel safe, the little bits of joy that we need to have more and more of. I have been posting all of my glimmers on my shorts on my channel, and then I am putting them in here. Here's my glimmers jar, glimmer globe. And it doesn't have to be anything huge or anything like that. If you're not familiar with the glimmers,
I'll go look.
Yeah, go look. There's links to all of the stuff in the description of those. It's fun. It's really about recognizing the positive things.
Trying to come up with things you're grateful for. I am a horrible friend. I don't even watch my own videos. I don't have time. I either do the work to do the content, you know, like the research, or I watch videos. It's, you know, I took a couple of days off to watch Christmas music. I felt movies, and I felt so guilty.
Of course. Oh, Angie said, "Oh my gosh, Gerald, Rankin and Bass Frosty the Snowman."
God, you must be psychic. I just don't understand it.
Tams left me a recipe with ginger snaps on yesterday.
Ooh.
I will never that.
Dude, that was one of our Christmas traditions that my husband and I invented it with our children. Opening Christmas presents, nobody wants breakfast. We don't do like eggs and cereal and that kind of stuff at breakfast. We eat chocolate. And I would make, you know, the Dromedary cake mixes. Are you familiar with those? Maybe it's Californian. They're just small boxes of cake mixes, and they had one for gingerbread. Oh, the smell of that is Christmas morning. It's so beautiful.
And in fact, I just uploaded one of the other traditions that I have is with a good friend of mine. We've been doing this since I think 1996. we go out on Christmas Eve and we go shopping. We're not going shopping. We're going out and looking at the hysteria of what's going on for people.
You're going to make fun of people. I hear you.
Yes, I mean we're going to do that, and at the same time we can find some great bargains. So we went out to do that yesterday. The only time we didn't do it was in 2020. We decided to take a break.
Yeah.
But my glimmer for today is these are something that I get from World Market.
I love World Market.
And these are little ginger cookies.
Oh, I thought it was an empty tin. You just like the tin. Oh, it's the cookies. Oh,
because it's one of the things that it's like first time, my glimmer this morning is when I open it, it's the first.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh,
so good.
So good.
And you can use cookies like that for a variety of different things that you wouldn't ordinarily bake. For example, a variation on tiramisu.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Or trifle.
Okay.
Anything that you do in layers, and you why not? Gingerbread, pound cake, lemon cake, whatever. Yeah. I have no limit to my imagination when it comes to dessert. I'm so embarrassed.
Oh, no, this is a good thing. Yeah, it's the smell alone. Oh, and Andrew said, at Christmas dinner today, a lady made this German chocolate with extra chocolate pudding.
Oh,
it was unreal, probably 8 pounds of sugar.
Oh.
And she said it was Lindt chocolate.
Oh my God. Well, there's a dietary rule that applies. It's a physiological reality that any calories consumed on a holiday don't count. I mean, food does not have calories or carbs or any of that nonsense on holidays.
If you know how to search the internet, there is a holiday every freaking day. Hi, Viviana. Good to see you. I am the same way, Bonzo. If I started tin of cookies like that, I can't stop. I could go through the whole thing. What I do is I have a small little bowl. I fill that up, and then I put this away in the other room so that I can't just easily just grab it.
You're so self-disciplined.
Well, I didn't say it always worked, though.
I have been abstemious of sugar, chocolate, any of that stuff for a long time now. It's like living in a state of perpetual Victorian mourning. I should be wearing dark clothes and a black veil, It's very hard. And one of the things that is really, usually I'm okay. I don't think about it, and that's just the way life is. But at this time of year, my husband brought home a tin of those Belgian chocolate cookies dipped in Belgian chocolate from Costco. And I had a friend over and I pulled them out and offered, served them with Irish coffee. And oh my God, I was having homicidal fantasies over these cookies. It was really bad. I didn't give in. I didn't eat them, but I really wanted to go into the other room and cry. Yeah. They're so good. The Lindt truffle commercials on TV. I can't watch them. It's like Sarah McLachlan dog rescue commercials. Can't watch them.
Andrew did say tomorrow here in Germany is Boxing Day. I don't even know what that means, other than
I know what it means.
Everything is closed.
Well, Boxing Day, it was an English tradition that the day after Christmas you would box up a picnic lunch from the Christmas dinner, and you would go out with friends and have a little what is the phrase? I can't remember the phrase that it's, I think it's French, that you go and you sit outside and eat, basically. En plan, something like that. Yeah. And so the Germans adopted that, huh?
Well, according to my 6 pages of research, Boxing Day, December 26th, in part of the UK and Commonwealth, historically associated with gifts for workers and charity.
Oh, Well, in Ireland, they call it Boxing Day. They go out and, they do the lunch thing and the picnic kind of thing. But they also have this horrible tradition where they go out, little boys, of course, and kill little birds, wrens, and then take them door to door. Well, I hope they don't still do this. Take them door to door and ask for money for the funeral for the wren.
Okay, and on that note, is it al fresco?
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
I think there is an art term about doing stuff outdoors. By the way, speaking of art terms,
there's somebody.
And
like fresh air in the fresh air, right?
Heather by Brush Bone and Indigo.
Thank you, Heather. You too. Thank you.
And so, okay, somebody else had said, I made tomato soup cupcakes for work because we had a previous discussion on tomatoes being a fruit. Had to prove a point.
Good for you. How did they turn out? I'm curious.
I like that. That's a good idea.
I've never heard of that. Yeah. Although I'll tell you a funny story about tomatoes.
I think it's plein air
for painting. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
It's when you take your easel outside and you paint a landscape. Yeah.
Look at Helen. Yeah, paint a landscape. Okay, what's your story?
Okay, so I have a granddaughter who is, I think she's 9 or 10. I'm not sure. And she's real sweet. She had a project for school. They had to do it over the holiday and take it back to school finished in the new year. And it was a series of questions, and it was called Your Family Heritage. Find the oldest person in the family, which actually would be my husband, but he's not, So she wanted to talk to me, and she asked me these questions, and we talked for about an hour, all these questions. And I got to describe to her, what kind of lunch did you have at school, Granny? Did you go to the cafeteria, or what did you do? I had to explain to her, no, I went to a Catholic school. They didn't have money for cafeterias. Are you kidding? We brought our lunch in a bag, and we didn't have money at home for fancy. We came to school with peanut butter about 9 days out of 10. But one day I said, this was the worst lunch I ever had. It was so traumatic. When I opened it, I cried. I sat on the bench in the playground and cried when I saw my sandwich. I don't know what that says about my relationship with food. But anyway, my parents are from Ireland, and food is just different. They eat, for example, the sandwiches, they put butter. They don't put mayonnaise. They put butter. And I'm telling you, that takes some getting used to. So I opened the sandwich, and it was all soggy. It was just awful. You know how when that nasty white bread gets soggy, it's kind of gray? Okay, so it was like that, falling apart. My mother didn't have anything to make for lunch that day, but she made tomato and butter sandwiches. And it was so traumatic. I cried, and I'm still talking about it 6 decades plus later.
And I want to say, everyone, thank you. Please show support by liking this video and subscribing to both of our channels. Your subscription helps. Your subscription helps Irish Granny Helen.
Please don't let me eat tomato sandwiches anymore.
Something else that I finished that you haven't seen is I made for my sister. Some people saw it. I finished my sister wanted something with cherry blossoms that I
right.
So I finished that up, but then I also wanted to make another one. So this is what I made.
Oh God, Gerald, it's beautiful.
You can see that. Thank you.
It is beautiful.
The cherry blossoms are 3-dimensional. I had so much fun making the
shadow box.
Where did I get the shadow box? It's in a shadow box. I got it at a thrift store.
Oh, how lucky!
It at a thrift store and repurposed it.
I just love it. I really love it. It's gorgeous.
So, my sister has asked. My sister has purchased this one. She got it for a really good deal because she got the family discount.
Oh.
And then I was also, one of my glimmers earlier was this little beauty. This is a little landscape that I did. It's 6 by 9 inches. And
I think you showed me this. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes.
oh,
Yes. Yes.
no,
Yes.
this is a different one, Helen.
A different one. Bring it closer. I can't see. Bring it closer.
There's the.
Oh, it's beautiful. Are those poppies?
Those are poppies. And
I love it.
I used lace for the clouds.
Wow. You use sewing machine?
I did use a sewing machine on this one, and this specifically was because you were talking about velvet. I was using velvet on this. This is the velvet is the background, and I was having issues because the velvet, the velvet was fine when I would sew on it or do hand stitching. But when I was attaching a lighter weave cotton to it, it would buckle.
So it bunches, yeah.
And all of that stuff. And I was like going, okay. So I thought, oh, here, let me try this and see what would happen. And I was like going, well, I'm just going to keep doing this because this is fun. So yeah,
it's beautiful. Maybe you could give me some advice. So I have this really good quality sewing machine that my mother-in-law bought for me. But it's 30 plus years old, but I took it in right before COVID. I took it in because my plan was I have inherited a huge supply of Irish linen tea cloths, and I was going to make the top of a quilt, right?
Yes.
So I took it in and I had it completely, I don't know. They rotated the tires. They did whatever they do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And I can't get it to work. I can't get the, I know it's tension. I think I'm threading it. I think I'm threading it okay, but the tension, I don't know. I can't get it to work. What happens is it all gets bunched up and loopy underneath.
That sounds like a tension issue. It also sounds like there may be a problem with the bobbin and the bobbin being threaded correctly.
Okay. So I finally just gave up and put it away and haven't looked at it since. Like, I can't deal with it.
If you know what type of machine, you can do some searching on YouTube for it. There are a lot of really, really good resources out there.
I did. It's a Husqvarna.
Yes.
And it's not computerized. I didn't want a computerized one. It's
the
last one they made, I think, before they went.
Is it a designer one? Because I have that one too.
I don't think so. I don't know. Okay. No. I got it in 1983. Okay. And I made numerous children's clothes and, pillows and doll clothes. I made the horrible mistake once of buying as a gift from one of my daughters, the American Girl dolls. She had the colonial one. And I thought, oh, how cute. I'll just make the dresses because it'll be so much cheaper. They don't factor in the therapy you need by the time you've gotten to the end of making these stupid dresses that are 25 different parts and they're pleated by hand and they're ribboned. And oh my God, those beautiful outfits that they wore in colonial times, they're like an underskirt, an overskirt, an apron, a bodice, a this, a that. It's just craziness. Yeah.
Yes. Tam said, take it back to the service place and ask them to show you how to.
I should, huh?
Yeah. I mean, because I'll be honest with you, I have been taking I've taken some embroidery classes. I took 2 embroidery classes. I also took an applique class. There are lots of applique videos on YouTube. I just know me. I need to be in the same room with the teacher who is actually going to be able to watch me.
Yeah. I need to have someone sitting beside me while I do it wrong, and then tell me what I've done wrong, and then do it wrong again.
Yes.
2 hours later. Yeah, I'm a slow learner.
Amanda did say I was told that I could bring my machine in and they would help me thread it. It's been years. And the amazing Maru is here.
Oh, hi.
And is posting your links.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you.
Was it Felicity?
Felicity, yes.
As well.
Felicity. Oh, hey, I have 5 girls. And the American Girl dolls were hot when they were growing up. I have one daughter had no interest. My oldest daughter has never been a doll child, not into it. But my brother got some kind of raise and bought them all American Girl dolls, which was the gateway drug. And then, the furniture and the hobby and oh my God, just unbelievable. They're beautiful. I even took my youngest and her best friend to the American Girl place in Chicago. My second oldest daughter was in at college, going to getting her master's in Chicago, and we went to visit, and it was my youngest daughter's first flight, and I brought her best friend. The 3 of us went.
Oh, that's nice.
The aim was, because the daughter getting her master's was a freak for American Girl dolls, the goal was we were all going to go to the American Girl place. Oh my God. Oh my
God. Andrew asked, did you see the Conan episode at American Girl? Absolutely hilarious and worth it.
No. I have to look for it. Yeah. Well, it is a racket with a capital R.
Oh, of course. So.
They're cute, though. I mean, they're really beautiful. And the stories, the books that go with them are really good. And they actually do make an effort to be somewhat historically congruent. Really interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why was Conan at the American Girl doll?
I'm not sure, but that might be search worthy. So, Helen, we're talking about stitches and stars.
Right.
And part of what Helen is a very funny person. You all know this. You've seen her shows. She's also, I'm going to keep praising your general direction, Helen. Gird your loins.
I don't take it well.
Okay, I know. That's why she's extremely intelligent and articulate, is able to take a lot of good information and then put it in something that can be understood. She does that on her shows, on her own shows, but also in looking at books and stuff like that. So Helen, we had said this, and she sent me a text or a message and said, "So what are we doing?" It's like, and I'm like, well, we can talk about somebody's birthday if you wanted. And I'm like going, well, yes, we can. And I'm just going to jump to that, because here's something interesting. There's, by the way, this time of the year, everybody is begging for the return of the light.
Oh my God.
Everybody, especially Helen right now.
The entire west coast of the United States is underwater. We are on week 4 of rain.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to exaggerate. I don't want to lie. I don't work for, never mind. I won't say it. We've had the occasional, maybe every 4 or 5 days, there'll be a slight sunbreak for an hour. But it has rained day and night and day. Horrible. My dogs won't even go outside anymore. Kick them out to go potty, and I open the back door, and they go to the threshold. They're all excited, and they look around, and they turn around and go back.
And they come back in. Oh, of
they
course.
Don't want any part of it. Yeah.
So, Oh, okay. So I'm going to quickly go. Solstice and the return of light, winter solstice, Yule, Saturnalia. We have, I am going to mispronounce the names of the Dongjing, the winter solstice festival centered on family. Then we have Tang Yen, sweet rice balls, often eaten at the Dong Zin as a symbol of reunion and wholeness. So it's really about this drawing back, you know, Advent in you know, in Christian churches, and you know, it's the preparation. Then we have Boxing Day, 12 days of Christmas, December 25th to January 6th. We also have Epiphany, which is when the supposed three kings showed up.
But we know they weren't kings.
Well, yeah, with the three wise men showed up. The three wise ones showed up.
They were astrologers and magicians.
Yes, they were. And that says, okay, in the Gospel of Matthew, the visitors are called the Magi. The text does not name them. He does not call them kings and does not state their number.
Oh, there might have been more.
So there could have been more.
I hope for Jesus' sake there were more, because everybody likes to get presents on their birthday.
Well, yes. And you said you knew the story about the three wise, or the three magi?
Well, apparently they were from the East. They were astrologers from the East, and they were into a cult, not evil. Occult means hidden in Latin. They knew the ancient mystery school arts, right? And so they understood in how they were interpreting the signs of astrology that there was somebody very important going to be born. And so they thought, well, they misunderstood the part they saw was going to be a great leader. And they thought, oh, well, let's go honor this new king, you know. Oh, it's not an earthly type of king situation, but that's okay. They traveled, and they used the omen in the sky was this star in the sky. And I know nothing about astrology, so I know Linda Goodman's love signs for my sign only. That's all I know. So they followed it, and they ended up, you know, in Bethlehem, and they brought these gifts that were supposedly instrumental in ritual magic type of things. They weren't just random, oh, here's a piece of gold, you know. And what was the other thing? There was something else about them. What was it?
Because a conversation that I was having with one of my friends, I had heard, one friend told me, she said, apparently it was supposed to like take them 2 years to get there. So they were foretelling that this king was,
yeah.
And so we did a search and trying to figure out how long it would have taken for them to come there. And it's not 2 years. It's probably at most like 2 months, 3 months.
But do they know where they started out?
Well, it's probably somewhere in the East.
Well, Persia, right?
Persia,
Probably.
yes. Because they were astrologers. You were correct. They were definitely astrologers. And they were curious about this, and they were occult, hidden stuff. They were seeing in the stars that this is going to be coming. So
yeah,
it's like, and so I think it's not, it doesn't take that long to get there, but you're right. And that idea of is they showed up with the gifts that were necessary for ritual.
Right. But what that was, I don't know. You know, I don't know what the specific magic was. You know who would know? Denise Siegel would know. Because she's into all that stuff. And
yes.
Possibly Tim. Do you know Tim?
I don't know Tim.
Tim's a friend of mine, and we tried to do a series on the Spirits book by Kardec.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we did a few videos and we kind of gave up because it did not lend itself well to that format, like a presentation. It's kind of set up like the Baltimore Catechism, like question and answer format. And it was written in such a way that it tried to address a lot of the scientific opposition to mediumship in the 1840s.
Sure.
And so they were trying to explain it in terms of the science they understood at the time. And a lot of it has evolved from then. So it was like, why waste time talking about this? Because it doesn't make any sense anyway, you know? So a really interesting book, his philosophy of life, so interesting. He basically used mediums to get messages from the spirit world about our purpose, how we should live, et cetera, et cetera. And he wrote a number of books. He wrote a book called The Spirit's Book, and he wrote a book called The Gospels, and he wrote another book called Mediumship. And it's kind of like a how-to be a medium.
Oh.
But there's a good movie. The Portuguese made it. And it's called Kardec, but it's got subtitles.
I think I've seen that one.
Really good. Did you love it?
I think so. I think that was the one where I was like, yeah.
He was a teacher and they kicked him out because he was talking about mediumship and yeah.
Well, and that's something interesting about in my conversation with my friend. I was looking at the wise men or the Magi coming because they're astrologers. And part of what it was is they were coming and they were the outsiders, so they could see this new light shining. Whereas here's the controversial thing is when you are very close to a situation, you can't see the new light that's coming in, or you try to put it down because
why is that controversial?
Well, some people might think that. I mean, you know, I don't know. Come for me, YouTube. It's okay. But the idea is when change happens, when new information comes, when light returns, and sometimes it can be very disrupting because it changes what you know, and then you have to get used to this new information. So it's like,
well, you know, we're used to understanding Christianity from the dogma and doctrine of the early Christian church, which didn't really completely form itself until the 300s, 400s. You know, Constantine, who converted very conveniently on his deathbed. But yeah, he waited till the last minute. And then he said, well, you know, I guess I'll take my chances. Yeah. So and it was a form of governmental control. It really wasn't about the teachings of Jesus. The teachings of Jesus originally were a whole lot more Eastern belief system, we would call it now. And he believed in reincarnation. He was all about equality of the genders. He was all about what do you call it? Vegetarianism. He was about a lot of things that don't sync with modern Christianity very much. And the Magi were more, well, it's like it comes from magician. It's the plural, right? And in Latin, it was magus. Have you ever read the book The Magus?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
I haven't.
Well, it's a novel. It's the same root as magician. They were just they were into rituals. Yeah.
Well, and I think what's really interesting is because like you had casually said this, you know, they're celebrating when the light returns because they're scared it's not going to return.
Oh yeah.
And we do these practices, these rituals to honor and to help. Now we know that it's not necessarily going to happen because we did that thing.
Right.
Because that's the science of it. I always like to say magic is just stuff that science hasn't caught up with.
Well, that's exactly right. One cultures, one time periods magic is another science. Eventually we understand it. And you know, that it started out maybe in primitive times they were afraid. Eventually I think they knew more about astronomy than we do, you know. But they were, part of their religion was thanking the powers that be that continue the cycles so that it could be predicted the sun would come back.
Creative Chick Studios has joined us.
I like that name.
Yes. And Tams said there's history in Kashmir about Yeshua being their Dalai Lama at that time, and encourage us to look into the history of Yeshua in India. They claim he spent college years there.
Yeah. His uncle, they don't talk about this much, Gerald, in the Catholic Church. His uncle was Joseph of Arimathea, and he was a wealthy tin merchant, and he traveled the globe. I mean, we think these people are stuck in their little spot. That's not true at all. They traveled the Silk Road, they traveled the Mediterranean, and out through Gibraltar, up and down, you know? And they would get, where did they get the tin? Wales. They did tin mining in Wales. And when Jesus was, I don't know, like 12, and he was mouthy to the wise men in the temple, remember that? Oh, he's teaching us, you know. They got rid of him. They sent him off. Go be with your uncle. Go do business with your uncle. And there's a real belief. I mean, there's no 100% documents of this, but this is the feeling that he went to India. And he went to the East, and he got all these notions about reincarnation and et cetera, et cetera.
Well, of course. I mean, you can't get, I find it, in order to get a different view of the world, you need to see the world differently than what you're seeing it as you grew up. And I think if you're lucky enough to be surrounded by people who will be kind and generous with your processing time, I think that's really very fortunate. And Maru said, I think it's more about acknowledging the intelligence behind the design now, the fact that science is catching up with magic. And Creative Chick Studio said, my friends were in disbelief when I told them Constantine is the one that declared Jesus's birthday on and taking all the pagan Roman holidays and making them Christian holidays. Well, yeah. And some believe that Joseph took him to study the Vedas with the Druids.
Yeah, because they were in England, Wales, and they were in India, and even China. They took the Silk Road for part of their trade. You know, there's this big gap in the narrative of the life of Jesus, and we don't know how much or any of it is actually 100% true, but taking the narrative on face value, there's a gap between the age of 12 and the age of 33.
Yeah, just sort of, it just sort of happened, right? You know, they left it out.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Got a new subscriber. You're going to love it.
Oh, I just put up a thing today for Christmas. I'm going to confess this here. I had to change the title of it because I realized, you know, today is Christmas, and this content of this video is really ultimately positive. It gives us insight. But the way I had titled it was just like gloom and doom. And I thought, I can't do this for Christmas. I have to fix this.
Well, you could do a bait and switch. You could do that, you know, bait and switch, you know.
I was worried about that. I didn't want to be doing that. But it does offer a different perspective on current events based on information Edgar Casey received.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Which I didn't know about. It's very interesting. And in fact, he did not divulge it to the public for many decades because he was so blown away by it. And essentially it explains, without using these words, it pretty much explains psychopathy.
Okay.
And the information was given to me the day after, not because of, but just coincidentally, the day after Rob Reiner's son allegedly killed his parents. And a good chunk of what Edgar Casey received was about the relationship between parents and trying to raise a child who is this. I thought, oh my God, okay, we're supposed to be talking about this. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Maru. I really appreciate you doing that.
Helen, we've been talking for over an hour, and yes, everyone, Gerald has 6 pages of notes and knew we were not going to get to 1 page because Gerald likes to be prepared and enjoys having conversation.
Well, we should talk really, before we go, we should really talk about our words, you know?
Oh, yes. Okay, so that's something, one of the things that I do is I try to pick a word of the year instead of a resolution. It's a guiding principle. The idea of it is it's really a way to it gives flexibility. If you pick a word and you apply that word to all of your situation, it's guiding you. It's a guidepost. It's like, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. It's like, no. Why don't
Well,
you?
let me know how.
Yeah. Jeez. But the idea of picking a word of the year is it is about empowering you to make different choices or choices that support that.
Well, it's aspirational, right? It's something
It
to
is
aim for.
aspirational and operational. It's something that you want to be able to do in the everyday life. So, and Helen has, you have a list of words that annoy you. Is that what you
because God forbid that I should ever do anything optimistic and talk about aspirational. I misunderstood you. I was like, oh God, there are so many words. People tend to be, and I include myself in this, we tend to be sheep. We repeat what we hear. And there are some terms that stick in people's ears and they use it all the time. And I've discovered, had to be told this, I didn't know because I've never worked in a corporate environment. A lot of it comes from business talk.
Yes.
You know, and I don't relate to it in any way. And so I was having even a hard time coming up with the Eeyore side of things. But there's a word. I have 2. One is a popular fad word that's being used constantly. And now when I tell you this word, you're going to hear it everywhere. It's going to drive you insane. Simple word. Everybody, you remember how awesome was the word of the moment? Everything was awesome. Oh my God. It drove me insane. Okay. Awesome. Is it the only adjective left in the world? So now we have a replacement for awesome. Wild. It's really wild. And I'm hearing all the podcasters say it constantly. People who are political pundits who know better, but not necessarily including people like Rachel Maddow. You know, oh, it's really wild. And I think, oh my God, stop it. I can't stand it. Every time someone says it now, I cringe. And then the word that for a very long time has irritated the living daylights out of me. Just every time I hear cringe, and it's lucky that I don't work in an office environment or anywhere. People use it everywhere now. My kids use it constantly, and I've never let a moment go by. They'll see, yeah, my team, blah, blah, blah. And I say, oh, what sport did you take up? And it drives them nuts. I hate that. I hate the word team. I don't play well with others. I don't relate to it. Sorry. So do you have words that irritate you?
One of the words that irritates me is when people use the word super. That's super wild. That is super.
Sometimes I say super.
That is super awesome. And it's just like, get a thesaurus and explore words, because we're losing words, people.
You know, that's really true. People's vocabularies are becoming much more limited.
Yeah.
When I first moved to this place where I live, it's remote. And when we first moved here, I don't want to sound like a snob, but but now I will. Fewer than 2% of the high school graduates went on to college.
Yeah.
People didn't value education.
Yeah.
And I actually, this is a humble brag, you know. When I first moved here, somebody said to me one day, "What are you talking about?" I said, I don't know. What do you mean? She says, I never know what you're talking about. You use too many big words. And so my response to that was, well, blankety blank, 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 because I know plenty of 4-letter words and I'll just stick with those. And I started salting my conversation with 4-letter words. And guess what? People were far more receptive. It was unbelievable.
Okay. The word super is one that gets me. And I'm just like, and it's the same thing as very. This is very exciting. This is very,
I say that a lot.
very interesting. Find a word that encompasses that word very.
Extraordinarily.
Yes. Andrew said, as a jazz musician, I can say that's wild. So to hear. Yes.
Do they use that a lot?
Yes. Well, musicians do. I think wild is making a comeback.
It's not just making a comeback. It's already been flogged.
What's the word of the year? There was a word of the year, and I guess slop or something like that. I don't remember. Linda said buzzwords. Man,
buzzwords.
This is getting wild.
He's trying to drive us over the deep end. That's what's going on here. How much can you?
Yes, and I have to say thank you, everybody, for being a great team.
Oh God!
and yes, this is extra. This is extra, and I'm super funny.
Super funny, Gerald.
Oh,
now I should never have said this in public because now people are going to try to drive me insane, and it's a very short trip. Super duper.
Oh, I'm seeing you in the rear view mirror as I'm on my trip to it.
You froze.
Super duper. Oh, here you go.
On your way. You know what drives my kids absolutely nuts is when I say things like that's really groovy. They go, oh God.
Well, you know, and I'm thinking about all of like the words that I have, and I'm looking for a good word to put up here just to help with this. And I can't really find a good one.
For what?
Well, it's this. Here, let me show you this, Helen. Today's video is brought to you by the word Schadenfreude. Everyone say it with me. Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude. Enjoyment obtained from the troubles of others. Do you experience Schadenfreude when I have to figure out a way to include today's word into asking you to like, share, and subscribe? Schadenfreude. I do words like that, and you know, things like
that's my hobby. Schadenfreude is my hobby.
I thought you would like it, and trust me, the German language has a word for just about everything,
and it's usually 6 syllables.
Yes. And will these be added to your word of the day videos, Gerald? Well, maybe. Creative Chick Studio says I teach elementary school, and it's them saying and them saying 6,
7 is driving me nuts.
Is driving me nuts. Oh, and Betsy thought I was going to show the word moist.
Okay, I get it. That's one of those words, yeah.
It is, and it's a great description for turkey, chicken, cake. You know, Amanda said I like to use my words groovy
included. Yeah, I love language, and I like old language. You know, there are words that just don't get used anymore. Rage bait, that's the new one, huh?
And then there's Agenic, describing AI, agentic,
Oh, God, I didn't want to talk about that.
Oh, and then there's it is how you pronounce the word. It's Yule. Yule. You have to say it with the extra Yule because it's fun. Oh, and we have another one, and I cannot pronounce that.
Absichtserklärung. What does that mean, Andrew? Without.
Oh my gosh. See, this is I told you, everybody, Helen is smart.
No, I'm not. I don't speak German whatsoever. I'm just guessing. I know a little Latin, and I love words because I like to pull them apart and see what they originally were intended to mean. We use words that we are very familiar with, but the original root, that doesn't mean that at all. Like occult is my favorite because occult does not mean evil or satanic. Occult means hidden, and it was hidden to protect it from being destroyed and lost forever.
Vibe coding.
I don't know what that means.
Using AI to turn natural language into code.
I hate AI. Well, here's something sad. My son-in-law is an artist, and that's not the sad part.
it is a letter of
intent.
Wait a minute. Is Epiphanic letter of intent?
Epiphanic.
Oh, gosh.
You have your thesaurus out right now, Andrew.
Well, Andrew is in Germany, so he is speaking the language. So, okay, what were you going to say?
I'm going to tell you about my poor son-in-law. Is an artist, like painting paintings, and he has been able to support his family by being a graphic artist. But his true love is painting, the creative part. He likes doing the graphic art. It's okay. They now have him teaching AI how to do his job. And I had to explain to my husband this morning, this is terrible. They are having him teach his replacement. And my husband said, oh no, because he's the boss and he'll be run. I said, no, listen to what you just said. AI to do his job. They're teaching him how to do his job.
That can be a whole nother topic. I've done 3 shows on AI. So it's a tool, and how we use it and how we adjust to the use of it. We need to be very well aware of that. Yeah. And it is awful, Helen.
It's sad. Yeah. It's sad because what we're losing is creativity.
Yeah.
Kids are not doing their own essays. They're just
and I mean, yeah. And Andrew said these are actual 2 new words for me. I'm on chemo, damn it, keeping myself busy.
I think you're doing well. You sound, with it. Doing very well.
Yeah. Helen, how are you going to be kicking off the new year?
Just like I ended the old year, I guess. Nothing special. I'm not doing anything special because time has no meaning. We mark time, but
yeah. Let me ask it a different way.
Okay.
Between now and January 1st, what shows might people see on your channel?
Oh, well, let me look. I got a schedule here. So I'm finishing up that book about finding joy the way dogs do in the moment. It's very Buddhist. It's very Zen. Frank Schaeffer, whose father actually helped to start the whole evangelical Christian movement, the moral majority, the abortion as an issue was never an issue, all those different things. His father was friends with Pat Robertson, friends with Newt Gingrich, friends with Billy Graham, all those guys. And Frank, who was a young teen, an older teen, younger 20s, worked with them and did documentaries for them and traveled around doing presentations, and he had a come to Jesus moment. He realized the damage that was being done, thanks mostly to his wife, who was just like this hippie chick, you know, and they broke away from it and straightened things out in their lives. And now, you know, they're my age, and he wrote this book recently. Oh, I just put it out of reach, called The Gospel of Zip. And Zip is his little dog. And it's about how people and dogs sort of evolved on parallel tracks from primates that were less cooperative and wolves that were solitary, and the lessons we can learn about the survival, as he puts it, the survival of the friendliest. And he just talks about a lot of social issues. So I finished the book, and then I did an hour-long conversation with him, and that's coming up. And then let's see here. Oh, I have my final video. I did a 3-hour plus conversation with a woman who made a documentary, My Amityville Horror. You know, the Amityville Horror House. She was a very young journalist. She was the first journalist on the scene of that family murder, the DeFeos, and got pulled into the whole haunting exorcist of the whole story. And not too long ago made a documentary about it. She went back and revisited all the people involved, the Warrens, who were exorcists, demonologists, and scientists, and they had a seance in the house, and anyway, it was very interesting conversation. And then, so you and I have a little date tomorrow.
I won't be
there. Oh,
you
can't. That's right. I forgot you can't. Well, yes. I'm sorry, because you're going to miss out on all the fun. I reached out to a few people to get together and do some kind of communal predictions. I don't like to do predictions, and mostly I don't like to do them because I feel like I'm under assault. People don't like to hear what I predict because I am not Pollyanna. I'm, you know. So last year I did predictions against my better judgment, and I got so much pushback. Yeah. And I'm here to say that about 99% of them have already come true. Yep. Yeah. So I'm protecting myself by surrounding myself with others. However, when I sat down to do the cards and do my predictions and intuitive what I feel like is happening, I ended up with so much information that I'm going to have to make a separate video by myself anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I did I created a big essay thing on calendars for the new year. Not looking at calendars, but what the calendar is and was.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Like the names of the months and the names of the days, and the word calendar itself comes from Roman timekeeping. And then Denise and I are getting together and doing a crime. I've got the presentation already. A little boy disappeared and in Oregon and has never been found, and it's the mystery around it. And then I have a new book coming up the week after. I don't want to talk about it because it's a surprise.
And I want to encourage everybody, subscribe to both of our channels, show your support. Irish Granny Helen, all of her contact information is in the description, as are ways to contact her if you need a reading. I also offer private readings. Contact information is down there below also. Maru asked, can we see your previous prophecy? Do you still have that video up?
I don't have it because I almost quit doing YouTube.
Because of the
I had a paradigm shifting moment last November. I think you can figure out why. And I am an immigrant, and I was feeling particularly vulnerable, and I purged all of my political content, and I have lived to regret it, but live and learn. So it's not there, but I talk about it all the time. When I make my separate video, I will revisit some of the things that I said, and I guess you'll just have to trust that I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, that's cool. I have a show. I have a show on Monday with this is with Medium Betsy Palmer and Purple Elephant Deb H. We're closing out the Glimmer Globe experience.
Is there going to be a drawing or something?
No, it's just talking about what it was like to collect glimmers, those moments, the power of focusing on these beautiful things, these moments when we feel safe, and how these little moments of joy are actually a great form of protest.
Did you know you disappeared?
No, did I disappear?
Can you hear me? You disappeared.
Hear you. Oh,
yeah, you've been freezing, and then all of a sudden there was spinning things, and
okay. So
really shocking.
Okay, on Monday, meeting Betsy Palmer and Purple Elephant Deb H, who was with me for the kickoff of the Glimmer Globe, we're going to be talking what it was like, to work on recognizing these moments of joy this time of the year, especially in the environment that we're on and how these moments of joy are a great form of protest, and how we need to keep doing that, because then the universe knows, I can handle this. I can handle this. I can do more. I can do more joy. So.
Well, I think that's really important. And the video that I put up today provides a kind of different way at looking at the people that we have found very problematic. That is a philosophical way to look at them, and it's really revelatory. I mean, I had not totally thought about this before, and it really puts everything into a completely different perspective, which is actually hopeful.
Yeah, I think it's one of these things. It's, I'm very fortunate to be able to share space with people like you, people who are watching. I am very, very grateful for that. And I think it's one of these things. We're all growing and expanding and learning. I think what's important for us to remember is, because we're growing, let's say we get new information. That new information is new information we get to incorporate into our existence, and it does not completely demolish what we have believed previously. It's supposed to add to it. It's supposed to help us understand it more. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, right. I mean, you have a foundation, and it builds like a building block, right? And you have to start with the alphabet before you start learning a foreign language. You have to build. Yeah.
Yes. By the way, there is some comment. Linda de Gonzalez has arrived. Hello, Linda. People are saying that my wreath behind me looks like Yule horns.
It does. I've been thinking, or rabbit ears.
Or rabbit ears. I'm going to, look away, Helen.
It's very cool. See it close up is really cool, Gerald.
And by the way, yes, I do have a body but it's Lego.
Unbelievable.
So
look at that.
It's great. And I'm like, freaking yeah.
Well, I was telling Gerald I have PTSD from Legos, because I have children who love Legos, and you haven't really fully lived life. You haven't really experienced all there is to experience in the world until you've walked on a Lego in your bare feet at 3 o'clock in the morning in the dark.
Well, I think I remember Lego. Yeah, Linda's having the same twitch as well. And what's I remember seeing shorts about people practicing to be an adult, to be a parent, and what they do is they're on a treadmill, and they're in their bare feet, and they put down Legos for people to do that, and it's like, that's funny.
And the other thing that you have to do to be a parent is you have to get used to never being alone in the bathroom.
Yes.
I mean,
it's like
to this day, my youngest is 29. To this day, every time I go into that bathroom and position myself on the throne, my first thought is, thank God I'm by myself. Seriously, so traumatic. Oh my God.
It's hilarious. This has been wonderful spending time with you, Helen. Everybody who has watched the playback, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll schedule another time that Helen and I will get together.
Okay.
And I do want to say, you've got lots of choices on what to do with your time. Thanks for spending it with us. Thanks for giving
you guys.
a thumbs up. It's great. It's great.
And some advice from your Irish granny, since nobody asked. Don't overdo the figgy pudding. You know the figgy pudding, right? That's Christmas thing.
Yeah.
Don't overdo
and I'm
it.
sitting here going, define overdoing figgy pudding. That's what I want.
Yeah, see, that really is the issue, Gerald. We're on the same track there. I hear you. Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, well, and I would say, everybody, know your limits, purchase responsibly. That's a big deal. I mean, live within your means, people. So, all right. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Nalikona.